In this video, we will see about multiple rank functions in SQL, and we will see multiple variations of the rank functions and how to use the rank functions and what are the common questions that are solved using the rank functions. So I have created one table on which we will be applying the rank functions and see what is the difference and what is the application. So we'll be seeing about 4 rank functions in the video. The first one is row number, the second one is rank, the third one is dense rank, and the fourth one is NTILE. So these are the 4 rank functions that we will be seeing in this video. For that I have created a table. The table is called ExamResult. Let me query the table and let us see the schema. And then we will start with each rank function. Also, in order to create the table, I will provide the DML and DDL in the video description. So you can go ahead and create the table. Now, our ExamResult table has 3 columns. The first column is student name, the second column is subject, and the third column is marks. Now, we are going to apply each of the rank functions on this particular table and see what is happening. So the first one is row number. So why we use a row number function is because to get a unique sequential number for each row. So here we don't have a row number for each of the row. So in order to get a row number based on some order or based on some partition, we'll be using the row number function. And each of the row number will be incremented by 1. That is, there won't be any repetition of the row number. Let us write a query and see what is the row number function doing. Select the first column is student name, the second column is subject, third one is marks, and the fourth one is we are going to apply a row number, and the syntax is like a row number, open and close parenthesis, followed by an over close, open and close parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis we are going to write an order by clause based on which we want to provide a row number to our data or the exam result table. So here we are going to give the row number based on marks column. So order by marks. Now here we are not going to specify any ascending or descending or any particular order. Let us see what is happening. And the column name is rank NUM, and this is from the table exam result. Now let us run the query and see what is the result we are getting. Now we have the same table with one more column added, which is the rank number. Sorry, I will give the name as row number, otherwise it will confuse us. So it is row number only. Row num, that is row num column is added to our current table, which is giving a row number to each of the instances or each of the rows based on the marks column in the ascending order, that is 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, etc. is the order in which marks is ordered in the result. Also, row number is given in such a way that the lowest mark is given 1, the second lowest is given 2, third lowest 3. Similarly, we have 9 records and we have 9 row numbers. Also, if you see here, there are records for which marks are same. That time also the ranks are not repeating or the row number is not repeating, but those are having different rank, different row number, that is 5 and 6, which is completely different even when we see the marks, because here marks is same but we have different row number. So row number provides unique sequential number for each row without considering any other factors. Also, we can use a partition by clause along with this over clause so that we can provide row numbers within some partitions. Let us see that as well. Let me copy this query, because this query is going to be the same. Only one addition we are going to make, that is inside this over clause before order by we are going to write a partition by clause, and that is partition by clause, and after partition by we are going to specify the column name based on which we want to partition the result. Now let us partition this exam result based on student name, because student names are repeating. That is Isabella, we can see here the 5th record or the 5th row is Isabella and the 9th row is Isabella. Similarly, Olivia is also repeating 3 times and Lily is also repeating 3 times. Now let us partition the result based on student name and see what is happening. So we have the student name partition. Now let us run this query and see what is the result. Now we have the result partition based on each student name. That is, for each partition based on student name, row number is starting. So here for Isabel we have 1, 2, 3 based on the marks which is ordered in the ascending order. And coming to Lily, similarly we have row number provided in sequential manner based on the marks in ascending order, and similarly Olivia also. And now by default here the order will be in ascending order. Now if we want to change it and make it to descending order, we can provide a DESC syntax after the order by clause after the column name, and now we will get the result in descending order. So now we can see that Isabel, that is student name Isabel partition, we have marks ordered in descending order, that is highest first following the second highest, and the third one is the lowest one considering the partition Isabel. And row number is also provided for each of the partition, that is Isabel has a row number starting from 1, 2, 3 based on the marks. Now coming to Lily, Lily has a row number starting from 1, 2, 3 based on the marks, and Olivia also has the similar result. One thing to remember is that a row number is not going to repeat. So whenever we are using a row number function or a row number window function, it is not going to repeat and it will always give a unique number to each row. Now moving to the rank function. The rank function specifies rank for each row in the result set. And if two students get the same mark, then rank will also be the same. Let us write the query and see what is it telling and what is the difference between rank and row number function. Select. Let me copy the query because the query is going to be the same. There is no much difference, so we need not waste writing the same query. Yeah, so this is the query that we used for row number function. So instead of the wrong number, I'm going to substitute rank function. So here we can see that instead of row number, I have replaced it with rank function, and also I will change the name to rank number. Now let us run this query and see what is the result that we are getting. Now we have the result which is similar to the row number function. We have a student name, subject, mark and rank number. But what is the difference between rank and row number function is that now if we go through the rank one by one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but again a5 is coming. It is because when we look at the marks, we have same marks for Isabel and Lily. So that is 70 and 70. But earlier when we saw row function, it was like 5, 6, 7. But here for rank function, whenever we have same records, the rank will also be the same. That is, here we have marks 70, 70. So the rank is also same, which is 5 and 5. And one number is skipped, that is 6 is skipped. And we have the next record starting from rank 7, 8 and 9. We can use partition also with rank function. So before using partition, we will see that example on partition by solving two questions. So the first question is, rank the results of students as per their mark in each subject. That is, for a student, rank marks for each subject for a particular student. So we will copy the query and we are going to make only a small change on this query. Paste this query, and before the order by clause, we are going to use a partition by clause. And the question is to rank mark for each subject for a particular student. That is student name, partition by student name. That is, for a student, we have to order the mark. Sorry, not order the marks. We have to rank the mark and see how the student is performing in each subject. So we'll run the query and see what is the result that we are getting. Now if we come down and check the result, we can see we have created partition based on student name. So for the first student, Isabel, we have 3 rows and we can see that Isabel has scored minimum mark in max. So the rank is given as 1. So similarly, for each partition, we can see that that particular student is good in which subject. So in order to see that, what we can do is, instead of this by default ascending, we can change it to descending. Now if I run the query, we can see that in which subject that student is performing best. So for a particular student, for Isabel is performing best in English. So she has scored a maximum in English, that is 90, and she has been ranked 1. And coming down to Lily, so Lily is scoring maximum in science, that is 80, so it is ranked 1. And similarly, coming down, Olivia is scoring maximum in English compared to science and maths, and she is also ranked 1 for the first record. Now we'll solve a second question. Rank students based on mark for each subject and find who scores the maximum for each subject. And that is, for a subject, rank marks obtained by each student. We have to find the student who is performing best in each of the subjects. For that, we'll copy the query, but we are going to make a simple change here. That is, partition by student name. Instead of the student name, we are going to put subject. And now let us run the query and see what is the result. Now we have created a table. Sorry, we have got a result in which we have the rank number for each subject partition, which is ordered in descending order based on the marks. That is, for subject English, Isabel is scoring maximum mark, that is 90, and she is ranked 1. And coming down to max, in max, Lily is scoring maximum, that is 65 marks is the maximum mark scored for max, and that is scored by Lily. And coming down for science, also Lily is scoring maximum mark, that is 80, and she is ranked 1. So now the question is to find who scored the maximum for each subject. So we don't want all this result in the table. Now we only need the student who is scoring maximum for a subject. For that, select star from. We will use this query as a subquery, and we will write a where clause on the rank num column, which is equal to 1. That is, the condition is where rank num equal to 1. Now let us run the query and see what is the result. Now we will get 3 rows for which the rank number equal to 1. That is, Isabel is scoring maximum in English, that is 90 marks. Lily is scoring maximum in marks, that is 65. And Lily also scores maximum in science, that is 80. So this is how we find who score maximum for each subject. Now coming down, we will see dense rank. So dense rank is very close to rank function, but there is one slight difference. Let me copy the same query and we'll see how dense rank is functioning. Before that, let me go through each of the points. Specify a unique rank but different from rank function. There is a slight different from rank function that we will see when we run this query. Rank will be incremented by 1 and there is no gap in the rank. So the important point is that for dense rank function, there won't be any gap in the ranked result. Now first we will run this query with the rank function. Now we'll see the result once quickly. So we have the result ranked with the rank function. So we can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 is repeating because it has the same rank. And coming down, we have 7, 8, 9. Now let me modify the query to dense rank. Now let me run the query. I will also rename the column dense rank. Now let us see the dense rank result. The marks is ordered in ascending order, and coming down through the dense rank number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, and it's 6 and it is not 7. That is, earlier for the rank function we saw that once a number is repeating, that is 5 was repeating 2 times, so it completely skipped 6 and gave 7 to the next row. But here that is not happening. Here we are not going to skip any number. Whatever be the number of times a rank is repeating, the next rank will be incremented by 1 only. It won't be considering any other factor. and that is the difference between rank and dense rank. So for rank, once more I will repeat, it was 5 5, and after the repetition it was 7 for rank function. But here if you see, it is 5 5 for the mark 70 70, and for a different mark it is 6. That is, it is not skipping any number, it is incrementing the rank one at a time. So that is the difference between rank and dense rank function. And for dense rank function also we can use the partition. So I will copy the dense rank query, copy this, and before the order by clause we will use a partition by we will use a partition for student name, order by marks. In the previous example we saw ascending order, so now here I am going to use descending one. Now if I run this query, we can see that a dense rank is given based on student name as a partition. For each student, a rank is given based on the dense rank function. And the fourth function that we are going to see in this video is NTILE. So what NTILE does is, it distributes rows into specified number of groups. Each row group gets its rank as per the condition. NTILE is not going to give a unique rank to each row. Instead, what NTILE does is, NTILE gives multiple rows the same rank such that rows will be considered as a group. So we'll be seeing the example with the same table, that is ExamResult. Now let me select, that is student name. The second column is subject. Third column is marks. And now NTILE. NTILE syntax is little bit different from the three functions which we saw. So in NTILE function, instead the first parenthesis we have to specify the number of groups into which we want to group the rows. So here I will give 2, and now order by clause. First we will see simply with an order by clause, then in the second example we will see with a partition clause. Order by this marks as NTILE group, and this is from table exam result. Now let me run the query and let us see what is the result. So now we can see that NTILE has grouped the complete rows into 2 different groups. That is, we have given here 2, since we have 2 different row groups. So the first row group is given a number of 1, the second row group is given a number of 2, and the order is based on marks column, and by default it is in the ascending order. And if I change it to descending, it will be ordered in a descending order. Marks will be ordered in descending order, and the NTILE group rank will be based on that. So the records starting from 1st to 5th are in group 1, and the records from 6 to 9 are in group 2. Similarly, we can use a partition with NTILE function also. Now, before the order by clause, partition by, we'll take subject for partition here. Now let us run the query and see what is the result. Now we can see the subject is taken as a partition, so we have English, English, English. In the first partition, the first 2 records are taken into group 1, and the third record is taken into group 2. Similarly, for max also, first 2 records are taken into group 1 and the third into group 2. These are the very commonly used rank functions in SQL, and this is commonly asked during interviews as well. So thanks for watching. If you like my video, like and subscribe. Thank you.